Hello everyone, welcome back to Crown Stag voiceover. My name is Neil Glasgow. So in today's video I wanted to talk to you about something that might be a little contentious, I suppose. Depends really where you are in your career. And what I want to talk to you about is turning down voiceover work. So with that in mind, let's get into it. Okay, so the reason I wanted to make this video is I've had to turn down work, or rather, I have chosen to turn down work over the last couple of days. Not because, I'm too busy to take it on. This is a video specifically about turning down work where really what they're offering you isn't fair. Now, let me give you an example. I was contacted 3-4 days ago now by a new marketing agency, an agency I've never worked with, someone that I have marketed to put my details forward, and they came back to me and said, look, we've got a project that we think you're going to be perfect for. Brilliant. I love how that sounds. I love it when a client comes to me and it's direct, and that's what you want when you do your marketing. You want a client to come to you direct and say, we've got a project for you. So that started off really well. So we had a bit of back and forth. What's the project? Who is it? Hey, guess who the client is? It's going to be for Samsung. Whew, brilliant. I've loved to work with Samsung for a long time. Most of the projects that come up for Samsung, at least that I get to see, are in East Asia. So they don't tend to cast my voice. I've talked about this before. So I'm like, okay, great, Samsung, brilliant. I've been wanting to get in that for a long, long time. What is the project? Well, we're going to be talking about 4 products of Samsung's. It's going to be detailing. It's going to be put as part of their marketing. It's going to be put out as part of their sales pitch. It's going to run for a year online. Brilliant. I'm mentally going dollar signs, pound signs are rolling through my eyes. And then we come to the budget. Okay, what is the budget for this? Because again, there's 2 ways to go to this. You can say, this is what I charge, or you can ask, what's your budget? I tend to ask what your budget is because that leaves things open to you to potentially make more money. They might have a budget that's far in excess of what you would charge, or at least you know what you're going to charge. So if they come in a little bit under that, you can let them know, is there maybe a little bit more? Now, I tend to charge for just my basic studio fee, I've said this before, about £300. Now, what came back for this? Now, bear in mind, Samsung, online for a year, 4 different products going to be sold all over the world, me telling everyone about these products. The budget, £160 for all 4, including commercial buyout. No, thank you. With the best will in the world, no. So I went back and I said, well, really, this is what I would normally charge. This is what a commercial buyout would be for that. This is how long that could run for. As an estimate, we would probably look somewhere between the £1,200 and £2,000 mark. As a kind of a minimum, especially for a company like Samsung. This is not Jim's Electricals down the road. And the client came back to me and said, well, if you break it down like this, if you look at it from this perspective, it's really great exposure, it's blah, blah, blah. No, I'm not interested. And I wanted to make a video like this for you to let you know that, I have been doing this for a long time. I'm in a position where I have a lot of work coming through, and I still do all my marketing stuff that I do talk to you guys about. But when you get an offer come through that just doesn't feel fair, it's okay to say no. It's not going to damage your reputation in the market. That client will either come back to you or they won't ever again. But what are you really missing out on? Yeah, I could have done a job and got £160 extra in my pocket. And I would have felt a little bit taken advantage of. I mean, that is pretty much... Well, when you add in commercial buyouts, it's less than half of what I would normally charge. And that is to a Jim's Electricals. let alone an international multi-billion-dollar brand like Samsung. Now, I realise that this agency is working as a middleman and they need to make their cut, but yeah, there's a difference between the excitement of working with a new agency and a new end client, and being taken advantage of. And something that I would always encourage you and the people that I work with and the students that come to me and just people that ask me questions on YouTube is, if it feels fair, do it. If it feels reasonable, do it. But for this one, for this particular example, nah, it didn't feel right to me, and I didn't feel like doing a cheap job for a big client, knowing that the budget is probably far, far in excess of what they're offering. And that's it. Just a really quick video this week. Know your worth. Know your role within the whole process. And if you are just starting out and you're happy to take that money, nothing wrong with it. Please do not be put off by what I'm saying. What I'm talking about right now is, if it doesn't feel right for you, don't do it. And that's across the board with any client, regardless of who they are. If you're not happy with it, don't do it. And that's it. That's the video. If you've enjoyed it or any content on this channel, please do drop it a like, subscribe, and please do click that notification bell. I cannot underestimate or understate how much that actually means to the YouTube gods. And remember, you can be a fairly paid voiceover artist. I'll see you in the next video.